Good afternoon. My name is Mark Stenzel. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Enhanced Vision based in Huntington Beach, California. And I'm here today to talk with you a little bit about our new product called the Merlin Elite.
Processing. Focus on continuous improvement philosophy. Quality is evident in a very low vision device we design, manufacture, test, and deliver. Emphasis on innovative.
I've just given you a preview of one of the really cool features about Merlin Elite. But fundamentally, Merlin Elite is a traditional desktop CCTV that utilizes a Sony camera for the HD camera and a custom-built 24-inch monitor in a traditional CCTV design. The HD quality of the camera and the monitor produces a picture that is very bright, very vibrant, with a lot of detail. And I'm going to demonstrate some of the features for you. Let's start with a newspaper.
Zoom 4.
One of the things lots of
Zoom
people
2.
like to be able to utilize and read.
Zoom 1.
And if I reduce the size of the magnification to very minimum, about 2 times, you can see that the picture quality is quite good. And while that magnification may not be optimum for some users, you are able to resolve every letter. You're able to actually see every letter on the screen. It's crisp and clear. One of the features of Merlin Elite is the ability to change modes or the background. There's a control panel, very simple, on the front of the monitor, which has only 3 buttons: the on-off, magnification, which I will demonstrate,
Zoom 1.
and mode capability.
Enhance positive.
In this case, the speech capability is also announcing the changes. I'm going to turn that down just to make it easier for you to hear and follow. But I can change the modes in any one of 6 or 7 different color backgrounds just by pressing a button. And the user has the ability to select the mode that they want, and then they can begin reading. So the operation of the device is very simple. You select the mode, you now select the magnification that you require, and of course all of these things can be changed by the user on the front panel, and then you begin to read. One of the other things that's new in this device, in the Merlin Elite, is a brand new designed XY table or reading table. Let me move the paper out of the way so that you can see that. So the table is quite large. It has a lip in the back to provide a little border back here so you know when you're at the rear of the table. Helps you to line up your reading material. And that table, it's called an XY table because it moves in an X and a Y axis. You place your reading material on the table, and as I said a moment ago, you can set mode, you can set magnification, and you can start reading. One of the new features on the table is the ability to lock it in any position that you wish, and we redesigned this lock into something that I believe is more intuitive and easier for people to operate. There's a little slide switch right here in front, and my finger is pointing, and you can pull that back towards you. It's easy to do. The table is locked. Or you can push it away from you, and now the table moves freely. Some people like to lock the table and simply move the reading material, or if you were writing, you may want to have that table locked so it's not moving around. That helps with your ability to use the unit. But the table can move easily side to side, backwards and forwards. I'm going to leave it unlocked for the moment. So in addition to adjusting the magnification and the mode, that's the simplest way to operate the device. I mentioned that the monitor is a 24-inch custom-made monitor. That monitor is on a flexible arm which allows me to raise it up higher or lower to account for a person's height. What that does is eliminate the need to have to change the table height or the chair height. You can simply move the monitor itself. I can also tilt the monitor somewhat or slide it over here to the side or that side if it's appropriate to do that. Sometimes you get reflection from overhead lights, so being able to tilt it slightly eliminates that on the screen. Let me show you some other material that you can use. A lot of our customers probably take some type of medication. This is just a Tylenol bottle. The print is very, very tiny. I'm not visually impaired, but I have difficulty reading it even with my glasses. We all know how small the type is on these things. So here is the bottle under the Merlin Elite, and you can see that with very simply, just by placing the placing the bottle underneath the camera, I can now see that information on the screen. It's very bright and crisp, and I can increase that magnification. This is an autofocus device, so it will focus automatically even on a rounded surface. And very importantly here, if I wanted to check the expiration date, which is important, I can tell that this expired on November 10th. And then there's some other numbers there that might be relevant. If this was your prescription bottle, the expiration date would be important, and if that was your prescription number relative to that prescription, you'd want to know that when you call your pharmacy. So there's a practical application as to how you can use Merlin Elite in everyday life. Maps are fun to look at because they have so much detail, but they're also very difficult to read, especially for somebody who's visually impaired, because the print is quite small. So here's a map. Not only do you see the picture quality, which is excellent in terms of the color representation, but look at the detail. Okay, I can adjust that up to very large, and I can actually read the detail on the screen, or if I want to get a more panoramic view, I can reduce the magnification somewhat, and I get a much better view of what I'm looking at, and then I can move in on whatever I'm interested in, and I can read the route numbers and so forth. So there's another example of how the device would be used in a practical manner. If I'm looking at a magazine, I'm just taking this from a magazine, you can look at the detail here. You can look at the picture quality, look how good those images are. The colors are faithfully reproduced. And that's important because we know many of our customers may use a catalog to shop, or they're looking at family photos, and the accurate color representation is very, very important. When we started the presentation, you heard Merlin Elite speaking, and it has the capability to do what is called text-to-speech, sometimes also referred to as OCR, optical character recognition, and that is an important feature of the device. So for somebody who primarily wants to use the device for reading because they're low vision, they may also occasionally have the need to have the information read to them or do what is called text-to-speech. Merlin Elite has that built into the device. So here's some other reading material. I can enlarge it to whatever size I need, and then using the provided control panel. This is not an accessory, this is included with the device, but it's only appropriate if you're using the OCR feature. If you're not using the OCR feature, you can simply either disconnect the control panel or put it to the side. But if I wish to actually scan this material, I'm going to lock the table now, just to make it a little easier to set this up. There's a control on the control panel, or a button called Capture. I'm going to press that button.
Technology, quality, and reliability, coupled with our extensive distribution network, provides our customers with superior
You noticed, or you may have noticed, that it started reading kind of mid-paragraph. That's because I had done a previous scan, and the device, the software, has what is called stitching capability. It remembers where you left off, and it starts where you left off. So if I was reading and I was interrupted, say the phone rang or something like that, I can pause it or stop it. I can go back and do another scan. It remembers that I had stopped here, and it starts where I stopped. So you don't have to go back and reread the whole paragraph or section. If you wanted to reread it, you can do that. You can clear the screen and go back and have it scan again. So the ability to provide OCR capability, what we call text-to-speech, along with a superior picture quality due to the HD capability of the device, makes this a very good choice. For more information or no obligation in-home demonstration, please feel free to call us at 888-811-3161. Thank you.